to pay, actually electronic receipt is shown with the details. So you can save it as a PDF or you can print it out. That will be an electronic transaction, valid receipt for payment. Whereas the department, you have a portal. In that portal, all the payments made with all the details are. So once you log in, you will be provided access. You can see the daily.
Secretary to the Ministry of Digital Economy, Mr. Dhanapala, Registrar and Deputy Registrar of the Supreme Court. We have also a representative from Central Bank, ICTA agency, and the Ministry, LankaPay, and the media as well. Welcome all of you to this, I would call it a historic event. Almost to the day, 30 years ago, 11th of May 1995, Sri Lanka joined the internet. As an engineer who was actually responsible for connecting Sri Lanka to the internet, I'm extremely honored that I'm here today, where the historic occasion of Supreme Court enabling digital payments using the internet technology and enabling that service to not only the lawyers but also the citizens of this country. And as a country, I think, even though a lot of people tend to say negative things, I think on a digital landscape, we have done a great, significant amount of work, I think, especially in the legal framework. I'm glad one of the architects of the Electronic Transactions Act and also, who played a key part of the setting of the Payments and Settlement Systems Act. So Jan Fernando is in the audience. And actually these are the two acts which are really governing this transformation. Payments and Settlement Systems Act governs the financial sector transaction, and ETA, or Electronic Transaction Act, governs the rest of the legislative framework required for this to be valid. And with those two, I think that we have probably one of the best legal frameworks, even when compared to most other countries in the region. We have the legal framework in place. We have been having that for some time, but I think now only we are really getting our act together to use those legislations to provide those digitally enabled services to citizens. So as part of Central Bank, our organization, which is actually sort of a unique organization, which is a semi-government organization, I would say, but fully under the control of the Central Bank. We actually facilitate all the national payment initiatives and enable payments digitally to many sectors of the country. And today, I think the Supreme Court, being the highest court, coming onto this platform is a significant step forward, I think, in this country. So one of the things that we did was we actually had, in order for us to solve this issue, because Sri Lanka, even though we have moved forward significantly on the digital payment landscape, we are still, if you look at the usage of cash, we are still very high. So as per the Central Bank latest payments bulletin, we still have 1.3 trillion rupees of cash in circulation. And one aspect of the inefficiencies of using cash, the second aspect of the ill wills or the fraudulent activities that happens when people are using cash. I think when you move digital, hopefully all this will go away. At least it will keep a record. Even if somebody creates fraud, the person will get caught because there's a digital record of the transaction. I think both sides, it's a tremendous progress that we have made. So one of the things that we saw over the last 10 or 15 years or so with Central Bank, I think we have been driving digital transformation, especially in the private sector and the commercial area, especially the banks and financial sector. But what we felt was there's a huge vacuum in the government sector, where a majority, if not all, of the transactions were cash-based. And the first step we took was actually in 2018, we enabled Customs, Department of Customs, because actually government had 3 departments which were bringing in 85% of the revenue, which was customs, inland revenue and excise department. So the first job for us to bring customs and inland revenue on board. In that sense, we have also brought other departments like BOI, ports, SLSI and 8 other departments, Department of Commerce and all that. But then what we saw was actually there are so many, probably 90% of the departments, they don't have any system, any technology system. So in the previous ones, customs, inland revenue, all these systems, they had systems. Customs has Asikuda, inland revenue has Ramis, technology systems back-end. Whereas most of the other departments don't have systems. I mean, even if they want to get a payment, they just use a PC, just a small software, print an invoice and send it and get a manual payment. So how do you automate that? Which was the challenge. But then what we felt was, actually what we really need to do is to facilitate a digital payment and make sure that the payment goes to that department and provide a valid electronic receipt to the payee, as well as provide electronic proof to the department that receives a payment. Then that concludes the transaction. You don't really need a back-end system to facilitate this. So that's when we launched GovPay with the support of the ICTA agency and Digital Economy Ministry to bring these 90+% of the other departments which do not have any systems also to accept digital payments.